All right, welcome back, everybody. Good to be streaming again. Wait for a couple people to join, then we shall start. I already have a like, but there's no viewers yet. All right, hello Spartan Skybird. Hello Weenie Hut Jr. Hello Master Chief. All these names, man. Hello Viper. Wow, yeah, 8 people. I need to stream more, honestly. Literally, you guys are so anxious for content, and I'm just sitting over here like I'll upload like twice a month, or not even anymore, like once every 3 months. So yeah, I'll try and get better at that. Hopefully, it'll rebound over the summer. I want to upload these two's review because I was gonna wait until I finished Jace Malcolm, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So for a while. So I'm probably just going to upload a review of these two. And then I have another 2 customs that are Star Wars related that'll come out, so. General Kenobi. Hello, John Darwin. Hello, First Order Lego. Hello, Green Brick Customs. Hello, I don't even know how to pronounce that. What are you making? So this is the History Through Figures project. The first figure that I am making, because I have all the parts for it at the moment, is Socrates. Basically, I don't think I've ever actually explained this on, maybe I have, I don't know. But basically, I ordered the parts for it, for this project, and it'll be taking a look at certain historical figures, that terrible handwriting, and I have all of them in separate bags for all the parts they need. You get a sneak peek at just a couple of them. That's yeah. So basically, we'll be going through history chronologically is how I'll be posting them. So this guy might not actually show up for a little bit because we're starting at like 1200 BC. So that should be interesting. Where do you get your clones that you turn into customs? Bricklink. Walk into a bathroom. Hello there. Hi, remember me? Yep. Greek philosopher. Yes. But he's still pretty recent compared to some of the other historical figures. I mean, these are all the loose parts, mainly because the other parts haven't come in yet, and so I can't put them in a bag and organize them yet. So I also have fully sculpted parts from AV Figures. These are the female torsos. And then I have the ripped torsos with the Spartan figures. So that should be interesting. So basically what I've done so far is I've laid down the base for his beard. It looks really rough right now, and that's to be expected. But this is Socrates again. So then I have to sculpt the robes, and then I have to sculpt the robes continue down onto the legs where the feet are, well, trying to keep it where the feet are still showing, so, yeah. Ever played The Witcher 3, man? I have not. Whoa. My light just fell over. That's always good. I don't think I necessarily am drawn to playing games like The Witcher. I don't know. I mean, I mainly just play like games like Halo or COD or Battlefield. Other games just don't really interest me that much. I have a very specific game selection. I have a new channel. Can you do me message Lego figures? How are you so good at designing minifigs? I am not as good as other people. The one figure that I still am proud of that other people are very judgmental about is this Sabine figure. I still think it's good. There are specific spots that could be painted better, but I didn't know that at the time. But it was one of my... I mean, it was a really good figure. It was probably the first sculpted figure that actually I was proud of for the most amount of time. The hair, people keep pointing out, but I'm just like, she has really thin hair. I mean, I was gonna just sculpt it on. So, out of the rest of them, I would have to say this one probably holds up the best so far. Um, I just really like how that turned out. So then this guy also, he looks okay. There are a couple spots I would have fixed with him too. So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to pull up my reference pics for Socrates, and then we can get started. If you guys have any questions, you can post them in the comments below, as many of you already have. Yeah, all good. Looking for someone to make me a good Geralt from the Witcher figure. Yeah, see, I have no idea who that even is. I would ask Andrew from AV Figures. I doubt he has time, though, because he made a Witcher custom before, I think. So. Oh boy, it's H2 Brick. Noah. But yeah, I would ask Andrew. So let's see, who else is... Are you American? Yes, I'm American. So right now I'm just mixing the Procreate. If you don't know, Procreate is a really good tool for sculpting. You basically, you get two tubes of stuff. You get you get one black, one white, and you basically put them together, and you pretty much just do this over and over again until it creates one solid color. And then after that, it'll begin the air drying process, so you have to move quick. No, he's a Spaniard, of course. Face reveal, no, not right now. My customs suck. I still feel that way. You'll feel that way until, well, for a long time, honestly. You'll feel that your customs suck. And you'll always think, well, this is how it is, basically. You'll think, like, this was, like, mind-blowing to me that I actually sculpted something this good. So I went crazy over this figure, and when I finished it. And pretty much I thought it that way until I made this figure. And then I thought this one kind of looks like garbage now. And like, as you can see, I mean, you can't really see that. Hold on. As you can see, the Inferno Squad symbols are kind of messy on the helmet especially. And all that jazz. So, and then, so I had this figure, and I thought that one was good. And then I made this figure, and that pretty much just dwarfed this figure and made it look like garbage. So I wasn't happy with that one now. And then this one was okay until I made this figure. Then I thought this one was like kind of iffy. And then I made this figure, and this one honestly didn't turn out as good as this one. So this one kind of meh. But that's pretty much the thought process that goes into it. Oh yeah, I forgot it's like, what is it? It's probably like midnight over there in Europe. Versus Minifigs 1078, inspiring me to make my own customs. Nice. I sell them too. Cool. Do you have a site to buy stuff? No. I have a Bricklink store and I have an eBay, which technically aren't sites, but they're close enough. So, yeah. 2309. You Europeans and your silly time and measurement systems. I'm making a custom right now. Nice. Yeah, so got my thin layer of Procreate. I hate homework. Why'd you start making customs? I don't know. I think I saw... I don't know who it originally was. I think it was the Noble Artist making clones, and that's what got me into it. Like, if you'll notice, all I posted for was clones for like the first probably like 3 years, and this last, well, I don't even know how long I've been on YouTube. I think 4 years or something. So I've been posting clones for a good majority of that time, though. Actually, I need to pull up my reference pictures. The problem with a lot of these old characters or people is that they don't necessarily have a lot of pics, and for good reason. Been dead for like 1,000 years, but yeah, I've been trying to some of the older figures, like BC people. I had like for one of the Egyptian people or customs that I'm gonna make, I had to just base off of pure just Egyptian art that was on the pyramid walls. Let's see here. I think it's here. Okay. I'll keep reading comments. Hello, Andrew Peterson. I hate homework. Same. Adam, do you have any tips on cutting metal for armor parts? I know you made a video on it, but I had a couple of questions about it. Yeah, that video is really dated. I personally cut out a square or a long rectangle, fold it on itself, like fold it in half basically, and cut diagonal to create 2 triangles, and then you cut off the edges on it. That's how you do the bottom part. Also, when you're wrapping it around the arms, don't let it, you want it to apply the glue. You want to start on the front, and you want to not let it dry too long. So I'd suggest holding it down, like putting the arm like this, holding it down, and then wrapping it around. Because if you let it dry too long, it creates this really sharp edge, which looks kind of bad. So that's, I mean, I don't know of any other tips. I've always had problems with the arms. I just stopped doing metal customs because I really like the look of sculpted shoulder pads, and you do have to work your way there, though. It's really difficult to get the same side on 2 edges, and then the painted ones look pretty good too. Like this Fordo is okay. He's not my greatest figure, but he's pretty good. He's something that I'd be happy with. Noble Artist has good stuff. He does. Metal all the way. Hello, Viper's Eye. Long time no see. Yeah. What is the Bricklink username? Go to my last video and click the link in the description. That's easier than me typing the name. But, I mean, the name is just Adam's Brick Shop, so. My channel's new. Nice. I remember, I haven't had a new, I mean, I had 2 accounts at one point. I started YouTube back in 2014 or something, so that was the last time I had a new account. Okay, so here is Socrates. I think I'm gonna actually try and do the torso because I don't feel like doing the legs right now. And I don't think I have enough Procreate out right now at the moment, but so this is actually a really hard piece to get. It's like really expensive, weirdly. I don't actually remember what figure it came on, but it looks really nice because in all the statues and stuff for Socrates that I've found, he's pretty ripped, honestly. So, yeah. Okay. So it goes like right under his... It goes like right there. You can still... it curves too. I don't know how to do this. I think it goes like that. Okay. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this little layer on here. I'm just going to have it be flat for now. Actually, I might cut a little tiny amount of creases into it, but I'm pretty much just going to create a base. Because it does need to be elevated, but I still need to make sure that it has enough, or that I can add to it to make it actually look like a robe, because it's basically what it is. Yeah, turn off my ringer. Okay, so as you can see, I pretty much just carved that part off with my fingernail. I am a little bit worried about this side. So it's pretty much flat. This might be too far up. I think I need to move it down. His robe goes like right here. There we go. That's a little bit better. Because his, basically his nipples are showing, is what I'm trying to say, in the picture that I'm basing it off of, which is one of the statues somewhere in Europe or something. Okay, that's a little bit better. It's a little bit better size. So, I got a question. All right, type it in. Been a while since your last stream. Yeah, it has been. Finally, been a while. Yes, I know. You guys are gonna constantly remind me it's been a while. Procreate. What are you making this time? Socrates. For my history through years project thingy. So I'm gonna wrap this around basically the bottom. You do this to create like really sharp edges. Like over here is you just get it like that, and then you just pull down, and it creates a really nice edge. That'll end super nice when I paint because I'm not gonna sculpt on the sides of the torso. I'm pretty much going to paint the white to make it look like the robe is wrapping, if you know what I mean. Like up here, it'll be white, just to make it look, because if I if I try and sculpt over here, the arms won't be able to move at all. Probably won't even be able to put them in, and I'd rather not have to use ball jointed arms, because that's kind of annoying. Also, I don't think I have any skeleton arms right now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine. You don't need to. But yeah, there's a base. I think I need to smooth out the bottom a little bit. Although it's good to have some natural creases. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then there we go. There's the front. So I'm gonna carve a couple creases into the robe. Have an extra little bit of Procreate. So it looks like he has, I would show you guys, but I'll just tell you. So basically over here, it's like the robe kind of folds on itself. So I'm gonna have to add another layer just in this little section and on like the lining on the top. And he has a couple creases in the middle here. And then he has basically what comes down onto the hip piece is like a little dip. Kind of makes like a U along the crotch area, like the corner to down to here and then over here. So I'll sculpt that on later. I may actually need to file this down if I can real quick. I might want to let it dry, or well, yeah, let it air dry first. I need it to be like no fingerprints showing. So I'm gonna try and just file it right now. May not be the best decision, but I really feel like I should show you guys. Like it's important to show the process, so. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's decently smooth. There's a couple fingerprints still. Let me see here. Wow, you guys are talking quite a bit. Where do you get the Phase 1 Clone Wars troopers if you are... Oh, sorry. If I am 11. I am not 11. I have to get them from Bricklink. I source all the pieces from there. And do you have an Instagram? Yes, I... Oh, wait, no. I was asking someone else. How much do I owe you? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I remember you learning about him, but I totally remember learning about him, but I totally forgot who he is. He's basically a ancient Greek philosopher, I'm pretty sure. I need to do so basically what I'm doing is I'm making the figure itself and then I'll be doing the research. So I'm pretty sure he's an ancient Greek. I don't know exactly if that's the nationality. Um, yeah, so hello Earthquake Customs. This looks sick. My most recent custom was 187 Trooper. Nice. I'm in the middle of making a Wolfpack Trooper and a Blue Arc Trooper. Cool. They'll all be for sale. Nice. I thought, what? I don't know what you're saying. Can anyone selling custom minifigure I can check out? I don't have any for sale. Actually, I do have a couple that I need to sell, but that are on my Bricklink in the custom items section. But other than that, no. Basically now so this is a file. I'm basically taking it and smoothing out the area because it gets rid of fingerprints, which show up when you're painting, which is annoying. Oopsies. Okay, I need to dip my hand in a little bit of water. Okay, I'm going to dry this off now. Check for fingerprints. I don't see any right now. Okay, so there we go. Smooth, I think. Pretty sure. No, there's a little bit on the bottom. This is the tedious process. Got to be sure there's no fingerprints whatsoever. It's just a little bit on the bottom. Okay, so pretty much I'm going to drag this clay down because the file can sometimes create like a little bit of a annoyance because it cuts into the Procreate on accident sometimes, so you have to smooth it out to make sure that it's all one layer. Although for this it kind of works out because it kind of created like these nice creases, like you see what I'm talking about along there, which is exactly where it needed to be. So but yeah, so now I'm gonna create a couple small creases, I think, down here. I need to file my I need to get all this stuff off my X-Acto knife. There we go. Now I got a sharp blade. So basically now I'm going to cut into them slightly. So you see that small little crease. Ever so slightly touching it. And then right here. Right here. Trying to get it as accurate as possible. And there's a little one. Then there's, looks a little bit rough. Not gonna lie. Gonna try and drag it all the way through so there's no inconsistencies. I'll answer your guys' questions in a second. This just takes a lot of focus, as you can imagine. And this looks weird right now, but they'll just imagine there's going to be more layers. This is basically the base layer. Going to be a section of the robe that comes down around these on the side, and basically will make it look pretty decent, I'd say. I think there's one more. Yeah, okay. Then there's one final one that swoops all the way up. Alrighty then. So yeah, we got a couple little creases in the robes. Yeah, so now I'll catch up on the comments. Who's he making? Came late. I'm making Socrates. How much do I owe? I'm Defensor. Oh, that's a little bit late, Defensor. I don't even remember what it was. I don't even know what you are talking about, honestly. I googled it. He's a Greek philosopher born in 47 BC. Yep. Wow, that's 1,000 years later than the first guy I'm going to be making. Or the first guy chronologically. I guess I'm making Socrates first. So, yeah, pretty much, I think. Actually, there's one more little slight error. Okay. So, yeah, there is the torso, or so far. I need to make sure that I do the top part before I move on and connect the legs to do the rest of the robe, because it looks like I need to do the base of the legs wrapped around, and then I need to do the lining on the top of this, and then I can connect them and do there's like the little swoosh thing that I was talking about before. Who's he making? An ancient Greek guy. Well, I don't know how old you guys are, but you guys should watch that movie, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So this guy's name is Socrates. They call him Socrates. It's pretty funny. It's a good movie. We watched it as a kind of like a fun last day in our history through film class. So, because that class was super easy, not gonna lie. I think I found the picture you were looking at on Google, and it looks pretty good so far. Yep. I can show you. I'll show you. It is that one. As my light literally falls over again. Literally, these things are the worst. Worst $80 I ever spent. It's literally fallen over like 4 times now. I don't know what I need to do to fix it. I think I'm just going to rest it on this thing so it doesn't fall over anymore. I'm 12. Oh, nice. Yeah, so go and watch Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It's a cult classic. What I mean by that is that it's not necessarily a good movie, but people like it because it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys would know that movie either. It's kind of like that movie The Room, if you've seen that, if your parents have. No, I'm talking to like my younger audience, but go and watch those movies. You might like them. Can I commission a couple figs? Season 6 Wolf, Commander Blythe, Season 7, and Tech from Bad Batch. I'm not taking commissions right now, unfortunately. Mainly just due to the fact that I don't have time. I did take one commission, and I'm still working on it. So, yeah. It's only 2 figures, and it was like a month and a half ago or something, so you probably don't want to commission me. Okay, so now we can try and do the lining on the top. Not entirely sure how this is going to go because I am unsure about whether or not just generally how to accomplish this. I think what I need to do is I just need to put like a thin tube basically on the top like so, and then kind of just blend it with the bottom piece. I'll show you guys in a second when I get a good shape. All right, I think I got it, maybe. Okay, so I blended it. It's blended in because his robes fold over at the top. So once I get the front area done, it shouldn't take that long. I could probably get this figure done tonight if I wanted to, but I'm probably gonna go and rent Iron Man 3 and watch that for some reason again. Okay, so pretty much what we want to do is create these little, they look like folds in here. And I think, yeah, okay, he has two more down here. All right, there we go. That was the first line. He has one below this as well, so do that next. He has this little thin strip that goes underneath. Should be interesting to try and accomplish this. How you get so good at customs? Just lots of practice. Yeah, so far I'm pretty happy with this. It'll come together more as I sculpt the legs and everything else, but so far it looks like a robe a little bit. It's getting there. It's getting there. So yeah, there's just this one last little bit of Procreate that runs like basically the opposite direction, like the same shape. So I need to make it thin. When will your next video be posted? I'm aiming for next weekend. I'll probably start doing these live streams weekly. But as school picks up again, I literally just finished my first semester of my junior year in high school. So so for the next couple weeks, it'll probably be pretty slow school wise, which is good for YouTube wise, I guess. But it'll pick up again, and I'll probably have to go on like another hiatus for a couple months towards spring, especially because I still have to take my SATs, my ACTs, and a ton of tests, so that should be fun. Okay, so pretty much that's still too this is still too thick. I need to make it even thinner. So I'm gonna just keep rolling it on the I'll try and show you guys a better angle. So I'm basically just rolling the Procreate back and forth just to thin it out. You should make his robe curve down. That's basically what this piece will make it look like it's doing. Basically, you get to see this. I know, entertaining, right? Who's he making? I'm making Socrates for my History Through Figures project, which I'm starting. But for all you Star Wars fans, may not be that interesting, but there'll still be some pretty badass characters that I'm going to be making still. If you know the movie 300, I'm going to be making some Spartans, some Romans, some World War II soldiers, some World War I soldiers, and their different outfits. So it should be interesting. I actually, I could read the list to you guys, but it's on the other side of the room, so it's a lot of figures though. So I'm basically getting school credit for this, so I need it to last basically the next year and a half. So that's what I'll be doing for customs, probably for a good year. I'll be posting these high quality edited YouTube videos as well, coming soon, hopefully. Okay, I think this might be good. I might actually just stop working on this guy right now though, because I'm a little bit afraid that clay has not dried enough. So and the phone rings. All right, so pretty much that is what I'm going for. So I'm gonna cut that right there. Cut off the edges of that. Put it down, and there we go. Kind of looks like, I don't know if that's the look I'm going for. I think I need it to curve up and connect this other piece. How much time has this video lasted? I'll check in a second. Okay. So, I mean, I need to cut the creases into it before I judge it. Mi gusto, I like. What are you doing? Making Socrates, the ancient Greek philosopher. I'll make a formal video announcing this project soon. That'll explain it to the people, because like I see a lot of people just joining and like not having any idea what I'm doing, because I'm not making clones. Hello, Paid Penguin. Hello, Charizard Trainer Andrew Hidalgo. Hello, Smile More. This video has lasted 38 minutes. And yeah, so that is this. I need to, there's 3 creases. Need to make sure the robes are kept in place. If you hear any background noise, apologies. Pretty much everybody is home today. Entire family. So we actually need this crease to pretty much go all the way through. And yeah, there we go. Pretty pretty good, actually. I need to make it so that there's not just the same pattern. Like you see, both those creases are aimed the same way. I mean, it shows that, but like, I don't know if I actually want it to be like that. So I'm going to try to make this one a little bit more horizontal. But yeah, I think that's good. I mean, it looks good. I think this might be one of my cleanest sculpts, probably. I mean, it looks like a robe so far. You got Death Troopers? No, I do not. Hello, Dane Schwarr. Now I see what you're doing. I know, it finally comes clear. Becomes clear. Yeah, so that is the front piece. So basically, if I can make this any more clear, so see this little section where the top meets the base? Basically, there'll be another piece of robe that comes down and kind of diagonal just right here, and then basically there'll be another piece, if I can actually, so come down from here, go right here, and it'll go down onto the hip piece. It'll come all the way back up and pretty much meet right there. And that'll be good because that'll outline the middle creases. You'll still see the base where I made all those tinier cuts, and then you'll still see the robes up here. And then that'll be the front, and then I'll just paint it with this new flat white paint I got from Model Master. And yeah, then I'll just have the head to sculpt. Oh, I'll have to paint the sides of the torso, which shouldn't take more than 5 minutes, and then I'll have to paint or sculpt the back of the torso as well, which shouldn't be that hard, honestly. But anyways, yeah, what are you making? Socrates. I know it's not Star Wars, I know, but and the figures will get more interesting, I promise. They won't just be philosophers and people who actually made a difference. They'll be, well, I guess some of the fighters made a difference, but as for ancient fighters, I don't know if, I think I'm just doing the Spartans and the Persians and the Romans, I think, is all the ancient stuff. And then, oh, actually, I am making the Celts as well, I believe. And there's something else. I forgot. There's a lot of figures, so I'm back. All right. Hello again. Hello, Siege Brick Studios. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this, honestly. I just need to actually make sure that this beard sculpt doesn't look like trash, so that should be a challenge. I also need to sculpt his minimal amount of hair. He literally does not have a lot of hair. Whomst are you making? I am making Socrates, as the bag says. Try and keep it upright. Yeah, it's better like that. Basically says it right there, so. I have all the parts organized in little bags for each figure, so. Other than that, I think I do need to sculpt on the arm a little bit. Actually, I think he doesn't have anything on this arm, except 2 muscle outlines. So I'm going to grab this paint. I think this might be a good paint. We'll have to see. The colors, like, that might be a little bit too dark. I need to find a good paint for muscle outlines that kind of like matches the printing. Because he has, I mean, honestly, from the statues, he looks kind of ripped. So, actually, that's the colorized version. I think he doesn't have any muscles on his arm. So I think I might keep this one. This arm is plain. This arm has a robe that goes down it, so. How many Clone Army Customs figs do you have? 180 of them. Hello, Troy Rim. I'm gonna butcher that last name. Sorry. I have Wolfpack CAC. Nice. I think I have all the Wolfpack. I would show you guys, but I'm really afraid I'm gonna knock over my lights if I get up. So yeah, that might be an issue. But we'll go for another 15 minutes. Who is He's an ancient Greek philosopher. I'm doing a project that basically history through figures. I'll explain it again, where I go in chronological order when I post them, not necessarily when I'm making them. Of just important figures through history, basically. And I'm making them in Lego, and I'll write a short bibliography of each one and when I post it, so give a little bit of brief history for each one. So yeah. Hey, where do you get your Citadel? Do you get it straight from Game Workshop? I actually, yeah, I think I do. The Model Master, I would actually suggest. It is expensive, but these are expensive too. The Model Master you can buy on Amazon, as well as some other places. So, hello, Jason Wong. How many CAC figs do you have? 180, which is a lot of money. So yeah, I'm gonna try and sharpen up these edges real quick because the robe kind of goes a little bit too far. It's too thick on the edges, just a tad bit. All right, so there's that. Literally so close to perfection. And again, like I explained, I'll probably think of this fig as crappy in like a couple months when I make a better figure, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm a 40K player, so yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't actually paint, I only paint Legos with them. I don't do anything else with them. I've been asked before if I paint some Warhammer and all that stuff, so. I mean, I just don't understand it. I mean, is it like a theme or is it like based on its show or something? Like, I don't know where it comes from because all it looks like to me is mythical creatures. I mean, you can give me a yes if that's pretty much what it is, but I don't know. So close yet so far. Yeah. This live stream is dying pretty quickly, but I appreciate the people that are still here, so thank you guys. I think oopsies. Okay, I'm gonna put this down before I break it. The only other thing I can do right now is the legs, I guess. Like, I don't know why, but these flesh legs are so, like, stiff on the black hip pieces. I am unsure, like, why that is, but I don't need them to move on this figure. No problem. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to grab a little bit more Procreate. I'll do this before the stream ends because we still have 12 minutes. This will probably take that the rest of the time. Then we'll be at an hour exactly. I can get my YouTube money. Assuming anybody actually watches this after it's live or after it's archived, whatever. So I need a lot of Procreate for this because this is a lot of, it's like a full wrap basically. Ooh, actually, no, I guess so I was thinking I have the full skirts, like if you know Kate Madness, they make full skirts for Legos or for figures, and you can basically, I could have cut one of those up, but it would look too inconsistent with the sculpted robes. So I guess it's probably good that I do that sculpted as well. Remember that Discord. I set up the editorial. I mean, yeah, I actually used Discord a little bit more than I did then. I had no idea what I was doing on Discord before. I know a little bit more, but like, it's mainly just, I mainly just join calls on it, in this one Discord. Talk about Legos, all the fun stuff. It's very, unfortunately, the people who run it are very picky about who gets in, so it's open to everybody, which is stupid, but it took me forever to get in, but everyone likes YouTube money. Oh yes. Gotta get that monetization. Okay, wow, this is the amount of Procreate I'm gonna have to use. Basically doing a full wrap around the legs, and I have to be really careful not to push down on it, otherwise it'll create the indents that I don't want. Like, we don't want it to show that there's the leg, like, this, like, curve, so I have to keep it, like, I can't push down on it, which kind of sucks, and I can't do it back here either, otherwise it looks weird with the holes, because once it shows that indent, it's pretty impossible, because Procreate's so sticky that it's pretty impossible to get it to do it, or to start over, basically, is what I'm saying. I've already ruined one set of legs trying to do it. I think I threw those away, I think. Yeah, so 8 minutes left. I'm just still mixing this Procreate. I'm aiming to do these streams like this where I actually get stuff done, because often I don't sit down and do this enough, so just because I talk the entire time. I just realized that you need more subs. I mean, I'm pretty happy at 5,700. It's way more than I deserve. I definitely would like to reach like 10,000, but I need to actually post for that to happen, which is difficult to find time for. In the summer, though, I'll make a grind, try and get to 10K before the summer ends. I don't think I'm going anywhere. Like last year, I think I was out of town for a lot of summer, so. Yeah, so there's that giant ball of Procreate. I think I may need to go fill up. So water basically is a good way to keep fingerprints from showing. Like right now you see the fingerprints. Actually, you can't see that very well, but I see it. Basically, fingerprints are very annoying because they show up when you paint it, so you want to avoid them at all costs. And you want to avoid that happening. Now I need to remix it. Yeah, nobody else is typing. No questions. No concerning factors that you might see with this, besides the fact that it's like 190 figures. Definitely gonna get that done, even though I couldn't get like through 2 figures of my Old Republic project in like a month. I appreciate you, Soroth, that you're still here. There's 6 other people watching. I don't know who they are, but if you're here, you can just type. You can say hi. While I mix this Procreate, the more Procreate you use, the harder it is to just like mix it, so it takes a long time. Oh, there we go. Viper's Eye, M4RC. Hello, everybody, again. Okay, so basically now that I have a pretty consistent layer, basically now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it apart slowly to thin it out, because we need thinness. We actually need it to be pretty thin compared to this, but we also need it to be really long to be able to wrap around the legs fully. Yeah. I wish I could play something like music, like something entertaining for you, but unless I all of a sudden become like songwriter and a DJ, I don't have any custom music that I can play that's not gonna get me copyrighted. Or it's not gonna get a copyright strike on this video, so yeah. It's just gonna be silence sometimes. So you can see I'm creating a longer strip by pulling on it. This might be a little bit too thin over here, so I don't know if that's gonna be able to wrap all the way. I need to check the length. So it needs to go right about here. I'm gonna cut off the excess. Oopsies. That's all the excess. Uh-oh. Starting to fuse. This is not good. Fused on the edges for a second. Don't want it to stick yet. Not yet. Okay. So, now we got our strand of Procreate. I'm gonna try and do this. If I fail too much, I might do it off stream, because this part I've already failed once, and it's pretty difficult to get like a good wrap going. I actually might, you know what? I think I need to let this dry, honestly, before I start cutting it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna end the stream here, just because if I cut it now, it's too it'll just stick pretty much, which is not what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys for coming out and watching. I will be back next weekend streaming again. We'll see what I've done up until then, but this is how far I got. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I will try and post a review of these two soon. And I also have, I'll just tell you what I'm working on. I'm working on a chrome phasma and a chrome pyre from Resistance, so that should be cool when I finally get to do a review of those two as well. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I'll do my YouTube outro. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.